We finally locked in. We stopped doing 2-week phases, and we put all of our dedication into one server. This led to what you're about to see in today's video, and more. And it took us a year to get this far, but we'll be even further by next year. So sit back and enjoy this video. Alright, so it's me, Luminex. I'm going to be showcasing some of my personal builds. I have built the majority of things on this server, so I'll go ahead and get straight into it. This is the first build I'm showing. It is a medieval cathedral. And as you can see, it's very tall. I kind of just built it to look good. It doesn't really have a use yet, but the inside of it looks pretty nice. This is the second build I'm going to be showing y'all. It is the first house that we built on the server. It's kind of in the middle of everything else because it is like, you know, it's kind of like a monument if you want to say that, because it was our first house. Real quick, I just want to show off a little coastal village with some houses. This house up here, that house, this one, and all these paths. So yeah, I made all that. This little area that I made right here, clock tower. It's a decently large area, and it's kind of like, you know, a place to keep horses while traveling. Hence the reason why there's pens and also some camel husks that, you know, pretty cool. So my castle house, I built it not too long after we built the OG house. And, you know, it's really just castle walls with some towers and then the house in the middle. Now I'm going to move on to my kingdom / empire. This is the area for horses, but I moved all the horses. So, all right, this is my castle right here. Its main blocks are resin and honey and gold. And I feel like it's pretty unique. You don't really see, you know, these resin and honey blocks ever really being used in builds like this. But I did take inspiration for this off of a TikTok, so it's not fully original. In here we have houses. This house contains an auto bone meal farm and a machine that turns dirt into mud, basically. In here I have a honeycomb farm. This building right here is the blacksmith. Has a lava area and with sword on it. And this is the inside. Just has some food and water. Right here is another. It's a smaller castle. Inside is barren because I haven't done the interior yet. But I think it looks pretty good. And over here we have the windmill with the sheep farm and the wheat field. It's pretty much all there is to this area. It's just where I get my wool and where I farm wheat and carrots. Over here we have another horse, or not another horse pen. Over here we have a horse pen. This is where all my horses are now. These are all basically just houses, you know, normal houses. I have a lot of chickens. There's a sniffer right there. This right here is the brewery, where I brew all my potions, you know. There's the brewing materials in these cabinets. And then over here we have the masonry. It has stone cutter, you know, all that stuff. But then on the top floor, you can see, yeah, all that cool stuff. In here we have more houses. These are furnished on the inside, so. Then over here, this house, all it really has inside of it is a egg farm. It just farms eggs, basically. That's the only purpose for it. In here, I am breeding some villagers because I'm going to populate my entire kingdom empire area with villagers. We also have, you know, like these towers with the flags on top. We have some little coastal houses. Some more houses. These houses, once again, have full interiors. Like that one and this one right here. This right here is a restaurant, which is owned by one of my friends, Karma Chaotic. He will have his stuff shown later in the video. But now I'd like to move on to my main build and my biggest build on the server. This is the church. It has a large flower field in front of it, a fountain. You go inside, fully interior, with beacons and pulpit. You have like statues on each of these towers. And then you go up here. This is the royal suite. And then up here, platform where the king would overlook his kingdom, or the priest would, either one. Then over here, right to the right of my church, we have another section of my kingdom. This large building right here holds cactus farms and sugarcane farms. So all that stuff gets funneled up here. Goes out here. Now it goes out here so I can showcase that it's a sugarcane farm or whatever. But then it goes right here, goes into the hopper, goes into these chests. And then this area, just houses, normal houses that people or villagers would live in. Now over here is where my kingdom leads into KMA Biv's kingdom. His kingdom will be showcased later in the video. Right here is a lighthouse. It'd just be like any regular medieval lighthouse. It has interior. And then last but not least, we have this section. This right here is an interrogation house. Or I guess you could call it a sheriff's office. This is an interrogation room. If someone is convicted of a crime, they stand right here, get questioned by 1 or 2 people. And then up here, more houses. This was actually a regular village, and I revamped it. Like, I made the houses better, and they're like in the same spots as they would be. Up here, this is like a butcher's house. This sword is the sword that I used to kill pigs and get old pork chops. We have a cutting board with a knife, so you can cut the pork chops and the bacon. And then over here, this is the last thing that I built in this area. We have the coastal district. It's just basically a series of docks, and it has houses along it. This is a lighthouse right here. This house, inside of it, we have a sugarcane farm. And then we have this house. It doesn't really have much of an interior. Now, to my next area I will move on to. We have the Mountains Kingdom. Everything in this kingdom was built by me, except for specifically this tower. This was built by Biv. But I'll go ahead and showcase it. It has the downstairs with some glass, overlooking a good view. Up here, just some chests, and then an overlook area. It's pretty nice. It's really cool to go up here whenever it's snowing, like right now. And then down here, we just have some houses. Here's a house that I built recently. Just like a cozy little cottage, you know what I mean? And then you go down the path. There's another path right here, at least to this house. This belongs to KMA Clutch. Now right here, this is the house right here where whenever we started this kingdom, we built this first. And I have a lot of resources here and stuff. And then this is like a little mine shaft area. Not used for actual mining, but like, you know, it's just supposed to look like a mine shaft. Then, over this lake of powdered snow, there are, you know, the bridges. Leads to a house right here with the full interior. And also some stuff on the exterior, like these flowers. And we have the city, or the kingdom walls. A kingdom entrance area. And yeah, that's basically it for this area. It's pretty small. Moving on to the next area right here. We have our modern city. Now this is a work in progress. This is the most recent thing we've started on. It only really has a couple buildings. But we are planning to make this place very, very big. I mean, it is going to be basically take up this whole area. But right here, this is my hotel I built. It took, I think, 11,000 white concrete blocks, around the same amount of mud brick blocks and whatnot. If we go up to the top, this is the VIP room. This room is currently owned by Loudhawk, and you know, it's a VIP room. It's a very big room with, you know, the one right at the roof, and at the roof we have a pool area with 2 hot tubs and a sauna room. So, next I'll show this building. Doesn't really have much of an interior, but it is the building for my team of 3 that we call the Scout Regiment. Down here we have the Chaotic Tavern. It's another one of Chaotic's restaurants. This is the cooking area right here. And, you know, down here we have the seats and the tables. You go up here, more seats and more tables. And then, Karma Chaotic has recreated the Waffle House in Minecraft. Go inside it. You know, it has tables, cooking area, coffee machine, apple juice, all that cool stuff. Now here is our western town. We have Westworld. This is our second biggest area. It's, you know, it's just like a realistic western town. We have sheriff's office right here. You know, we have like a store right here. Here is the saloon. As you can see, it's banners. With the full interior, pool table. You know, we got some tables. Here is the western farmhouse. Chickens, pigs, all that kind of stuff. Now over here across this bridge, we have an animal pen. This has tons of dogs and horses. All these dogs are owned by our friend Hayes. Right here, we have 3 houses. This house used to belong to someone, but they don't play this server anymore. This house right here holds a cactus farm. At farms cactus, you know. We have another western town. So, it's a different style of western, but it incorporates all these terracottas and stuff like that. It has a little market area in the middle. And that's all we have to show for Westworld, except we have one final area. This, what I'm about to show you, is our mega base. Everyone pitched in on this, our villager hall. I don't know how these guys got zombified, but if you travel down here through this tunnel, we have a massive 150 by 150 block wide circle with a spiral pattern leading out from the middle. That is identical on the ceiling and on the floor. But on the floor, it's sea lanterns, obviously. If we go in here, this is our church area. It has a void floor, very cool. The mural, the chandeliers, everything about this room. I love it. This middle area isn't finished yet. It's going to be a circle. The glass is going to come up to the very top. It's going to be an enclosure for different animals. But then you head over here through this prismarine tunnel. And this is some of our bases. Hayes and Biv live in this one. Clutch lives in this one. Echo lives in this one. I live in this one. The little void floor again. And then Loudhawk lives in this one.
Alright, it's Biv, and this is my little humble abode, you know, in the middle of medieval here. It's not too fancy, you know. We got a little dining area, and in here we have a little kitchen. Do all my smelting and everything, you know. Then that's just a little extra room for whoever needs it. And secretly, we have a little secret entrance. But it's not finished, so yeah. But up here, we got one of my tenant's rooms. He doesn't play that much anymore, but he's still a tenant. And then for here, another tenant's room. I don't know what he was thinking, but, you know, renters are always right. And then up here is my main living quarters. This is my room with all my beautiful dogs. And we got a little showcase of my armor and everything. And in here, we got a nice little storage room with sort of all the rare things that I have. Well, everything, but you know. That's basically it. We got a few balconies just to look out over the vast land. Amazing view. Right, so it's the second thing I've ever built. This little glass dome. I built this so long ago, I don't even know what I did. But yeah, it's just a little dome. A little safe haven for this singular parrot that we love so much. And he gets to just chill in here for the rest of his little life. Again, this is my most recent build, and I'm very, very proud of myself. This is all handmade, no tutorials, unlike my first little house. It's not completely furnished and done, but, you know, kingdoms take a while. And great kingdoms at that. We got my few pets up here, my horse. They're all just chilling up here for now until I get it furnished and everything. But this entire island will soon be covered with houses of glory, and yeah. And over here we got my amazing wheat farm, my food source, and also a way to get mud bricks for building. This took a questionable amount of time, but it also marks the peace treaty between my kingdom and Luminex's. And right now, there isn't too much, but there's one other little house on the other side of the island that I want to show. Go through this little trail right here to the other little house that I've built. This kingdom is recently made, so don't fry me in the comments. I know it's kind of questionable right now. You know, don't mind that shulker box or anything. But yeah, it's my little fisherman house. It's not too fancy or anything, just a little house for all the fishermen. And soon we'll make an actual working dock with boats and nautiluses and everything else. Right now, I just have this little pen for my amazing nautilus, so he gets to chill in here. Alright, so this is my final water kingdom that I'm gonna eventually expand my reign over the ocean and everything, but this is a safe haven for all the wildlife of the water. All the aquatic little critters can come here. I have rules for everything. I have rooms underground for any tenants. I'm very inclusive. And I also have gassed parking spaces and transportation for anyone who needs it. If they need to get anything anywhere, it will be done. And in here, the main part, is my throne room. I hold meetings and everything else. And my custom banner that I made. But yeah, I built this all on my own with no instructions. It's not the best looking, but I really like it. And these spikes and the middle obelisk took so much obsidian. And yeah, that's about it.
Yo, I'm low-key chaotic, and this is low-key my castle, because low-key... And I low-key mentioned that this is my castle.
Stop saying low key, bro.
Okay, so high-key. This is my
Stop!
little potion brewing area where I brew potions. Oh, and where I waterboard people. Then we come upstairs, we got a bedroom. Yeah. There's a Wembu head. It has a bed. You can sleep in it. You can set your spawn. There's cats. There's like chests and barrels and stuff. Oh, and Loki a deer head on the wall, but like that's besides the point. But then Loki. Oh, here's the lava waterfall that people have lost like a lot of things to. Like this is like the inside of my castle. We got my trophy room. We did have Luminex's balls. Somebody stole it. Downstairs, old potion brewing area. Don't worry about this. Then we got kitchen. Still hasn't been finished. I don't touch anything in here. Then we low-key, like, we got a armory, fully stocked chests, and everything. Then we also got the ender chest. And cause, like, I'm mad cool, I got 6 blocks of netherite.
Yo.
And then, we got this other room, which was gonna be, like, the same as this one, but it just has, like, spare ender pearls. And for some reason, I like dark oak buttons. I have a lot of them. And also, since I'm, like, even cooler, I have, the most netherite sets on this server. Right? It was previously trimmed. And low-key, like, stuff like that. Then we have a very collectible thing. A lot of old player heads, heavy cores, a lodestone compass leading to a tomb. We have this chestplate, which was signed by one of the 2 Cardia swords, a Cardia set, and a Spear of Truth. And Swamp Spyglass, because, like, that's cool. And then, also, that. Oh, don't forget that. Or that. Or that. Or that. And I also really like pork chops.
There's a lot of pork chops.
Hold on. Don't order yet. Hold on. Don't order yet. And use. And then we go down to the basement, which just seems like a normal, chill little basement. We got a copper golem. Barrels for more storage. And if you come into this corner and like you're just checking out the barrels. Alright, and then you walk in here, and I have like, this was a little stash of mine for a little bit that I quit using. I had stasis and pearls of a lot of people. Oh, then I have my restock area. It it doesn't work currently. Yeah, that's it.
Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? This is my castle. I am Loudhawk, by the way, and this is Castle Loud von Hockenstein. This is just one of my works in progress. The castle itself is mostly finished. We have bedding areas over here for any visitors. We have a blacksmith place here. We have some more houses, or rooms rather, there. If you follow this path, we have a small archery range for our archers. The landscaping still has some work to be done. Out front, we have this walkway. It's going to lead down to a harbor. We have two massive dwarven guards. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, this is Bachelor de Loudhawk. This is my bachelor pad. Obviously, we still have some work to do here. Most of this is done. See, this is my lounge area for me and my buddies to hang out in. Over here, we have a little reading nook. We'll put a TV in over here. Just some more library area. Over here, we have the kitchen. Like I said, it's still undergoing some renovations. My dining room table. And then upstairs, we have our bathroom. In case you gotta take a poop. And we just have some, just more lounge area. And then over here, some more lounge area. And this will be the bedroom. That's about all there is really to see here. Got a lovely view out over the wattles. Still have some landscaping to do here. We got a little guest house attached. And last but not least, what's life without a pool? Whee! Sorry, I'm out of water at the moment. Alright, that'll do for this location. On to the next. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are now here in Westworld. And this is Casa de Loudhawk. You like that? It's real original. I went Spanish with it. First of all, this is the bridge. I intend to take this bridge further, all the way out across the world, and connect some of our territories together with it. Over on this end of the bridge, I did decide to build a water tower, just for that western vibe. Hey, look, there's a guy up there named Luminex. He's pretty chill. All right, though. Yeah, this is the bridge, and then let's go check out the house. And here we have my humble western abode, complete with a porch. We have a nice stable. Here's my camel. His name's Clyde. Actually, I guess he's not named, but he's Clyde in my heart, okay? That's all I'm saying about that. Inside, we have my nice little table. We have a nice little upstairs area. This is going to be a bedroom. Of course, it's not furnished because I'm lazy and I have too many projects to do. This is my kitchen. See, we've got my sink here. We've got my stove, vent fan. Check out this fridge. Boom! Stocked with food. Don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, this is my little western shanty. Soon this bridge is going to go all the way across to that mountain. I'm going to tunnel through it. Yeah, that's pretty much my spot here at Western. And I guess for now, that'll be all my spots here on the server. I have a couple more works in progress, but not enough to show. So yeah, thanks for viewing my builds.
Alrighty. W. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we will probably be making a part 2 of this, covering everything that we didn't cover in this video. But leave a comment and tell us what you thought of our builds. Peace out.